will be one of the highlights of today's webinar, the FedEx Small Business Grant Contest. Before we go into that segment, please see a short message from our sponsor, FedEx Express.
It's all about the aspiration, that dedication to imagination. A tradition full of history, that mind-bending creativity. It's that spirit forged through fire, determination that never tires. It's the heart of a people, the stories of a people, the spirit of a people that we deliver.
Hi everyone, to learn more about the FedEx Small Business Grant Contest, I have with me here Salil Chari, Senior Vice President for Marketing and Customer Experience for Asia Pacific, Middle East and Africa of FedEx Express. Hi Salil, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Rana.
As we all know, FedEx Express is a sponsor for this webinar, as well as the 100 to Watch list for the second year running. Why is it important for FedEx to be involved in the small businesses and startup scene in the region?
Well, Rana, FedEx is really proud to be collaborating once again with Forbes Asia in supporting the 100 to Watch list this year. As you know, FedEx has always been a great supporter of global trade. And every day, in every corner of the world, we are connecting communities, moving packages, and providing services that power global trade. We also recognize how important it is to have small businesses and communities around the world. According to the World Bank, small businesses make up 90% of all businesses, provide 50% of employment, and contribute 40% of GDP in emerging economies like the ones we have here in Asia. And we also recognize that it is important to support the next generation of business leaders as they start up these new companies. Looking at it a little more broadly, we have programs we run in the region already that teach global trade and entrepreneurship to children in schools. And that's something we do because that's a subject that's not taught very often in classrooms. We also recently launched the FedEx Innovation Lab. The FedEx Innovation Lab invests in early stage companies, companies that have big ideas around how to make supply chains better and smarter. And that way we can accelerate innovation together. Ultimately, through all these, we want to support economic development in our communities and help companies and countries prosper.
Now, Salil, also the FedEx Small Business Grant Contest has been running for 10 years now. What's the long-term vision for this initiative?
So, the FedEx Small Business Grant Contest was launched in 2012 in the US. It's since expanded to 31 countries globally, in Europe and in Asia Pacific, Middle East and Africa, which is where we are based. Very often small businesses need a lucky break, on their journey to success. So this gives them a little leg up. And that's really why we are here today. What we want to be able to do is encourage small businesses and provide them with the support and resources to enable them to thrive and succeed.
Now, Salil, can you share what are some of the highlights from this 100 to Watch partnership so far?
Sure, Rana. For me, there are two things that jump out. The first is the obvious benefit of this collaboration. We get to engage directly with the SME community, not just the contest participants, but the broader Forbes readership. The second one is more personal for me as leading the marketing and customer experience organization for FedEx in Asia Pacific, Middle East, and Africa. At FedEx, we spend a lot of time listening to our customers, hearing how we are doing, what we need to do better to make our services more valuable to these companies. And through the 100 to Watch list, we have this opportunity to engage with a new crop of small businesses that are coming up in the region and learn how we can support them better. Ultimately, what we want to do is learn from them, make our services better as we champion small and medium businesses in our region.
Well, Salil, it's encouraging to know that FedEx Express has been continuously supporting the small business community. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rana.
The second edition of the Forbes Asia 100 to Watch list was launched earlier in August. When the list was published, judges from both Forbes Asia and FedEx Express gathered to deliberate and shortlist companies for this year's FedEx Small Business Grant Contest. There were so many great companies on this year's list, it was a challenge to shortlist 4 out of the 100 companies. But after careful consideration by all the judges, 4 finalists were selected. The 4 companies are Kargo Technologies, a supply chain technology company, magAssist, a maker of artificial hearts, GoKwik, AI-powered e-commerce company, and Homage, a digital platform of caregivers, nurses, and doctors. Ahead of this webinar, we reached out to the founders of these 4 companies to find out more about their journey, how the idea of their business came about, some of the challenges they faced along the way, as well as the vision they have for their business. Let's take a look at these short videos of the interviews we conducted with them. First up, we have Kargo Technologies. Indonesia-based Kargo Technologies calls itself the Uber for trucks, as it is trying to bring down logistics costs by removing middlemen and reducing empty trips. Here's Kargo's co-founder and CEO, Tiger Fang, explaining more.
My name is Tiger Fang. I am the co-founder and CEO of Kargo Technologies here in Jakarta, Indonesia. Kargo is Indonesia's largest B2B logistics platform. We connect 8,000 truckers to businesses large and small all over Indonesia seamlessly and with a click of a button. For short, we're kind of like the Uber, but for B2B trucking. My co-founder and I, back in 2018, saw this massive opportunity to bring the millions of truckers that are operating in the offline world online and through a digital app. Since inception in 2018, Kargo has doubled every 6 months, every single year. We have onboarded 80,000 trucks onto the platform today, and we're doing just a little bit over 200 million in gross transaction volume on our platform this year. We have received $35 million in venture funding since inception from the likes of Sequoia, Intudo, ACV, and we are looking forward to a Series B raise at the beginning of next year. We choose today to invest heavily in the acquisition of both supply and demand. And so today, we're not profitable at a company's level, but we hope with a Series B raise, we will become profitable in the next 18 months. Kargo's advantage is our people and our technology. We have the best operators in Indonesia. The founding team at Kargo started Uber here in Indonesia in 2012. And when Uber merged with Grab, we came and we saw this opportunity to digitize trucking. The most important lesson I've learned in building Kargo is copying a business model or a company from the US or China or India is just not going to work in Indonesia. What I found was that in Indonesia, there's actually 26 different heads and tails of trucks used by different companies and different industries. And unlike ride hailing or food delivery, I have to make sure that the right truck comes to the right customer at the right time and for the right price. Today, Kargo has 80,000 trucks on its platform. That is barely 1% of total trucks in Indonesia. In the next 5 years, I hope to bring on board 1 million trucks active on Kargo's platform. Trucks in the next 100 years will still be used to move cargo and freight all over Indonesia. My hope is that Kargo will become the digital infrastructure as the operating system for how goods are moved in this country.
Next up is medtech startup magAssist, which has created a ventricular assist device which functions as a heart outside the human body to provide life support to patients with critical heart failure. Let's take a moment to listen to its founder and CEO, Shu Po-Lin.
I'm Po-Lin Hsu. I'm the founder and CEO of magAssist. magAssist is founded in 2017. We are developing life-saving technology for circulation failure. Our products are a ventricular assist device and extracorporeal membrane oxygenator ECMO system. Our popular name is artificial heart and artificial lung. I've been in artificial organ field for over 15 years, but I've been working as a researcher in academia. After finishing my PhD and postdoc, I came back to China. And I got a lot of queries from clinicians asking me if I can develop this artificial heart because they don't have it here in China and patients are dying waiting. And that really motivates me to start magAssist. Now we have over 100 people and now we have 4 offices in Shanghai, Shenzhen, Beijing, and Suzhou. We even have a 4 production line for our product. In terms of funding, we've raised around $90 million US dollars so far. Of course, been through several rounds. And of course, we are always on the way to raise more fundings to develop the product. We are not yet in the revenue making stage because our first product, magAssist, which is the external artificial heart, is still in the clinical trial. We expect to get the regulatory approval, which means we are going to launch the product in the market next year. Of course, we would like to make profit as soon as possible. But let's say in the optimistic measure, we can be profitable in around 2 years' time, and in the very pessimistic one, probably 4 years. But in either case, we will invest a lot in R&D to keep our innovation going. Compared to our international competitor, because they are huge companies, and as a startup, magAssist can act and move very quickly. We can do things very quickly, and we are more free to use the new technology in the product. One key lessons I've learned in my journey is the decision making. As a CEO, I need to make a lot of difficult decisions every day, especially lacking of evidence and data. And then I realized there's no right or wrong for any single decisions. You just make it in a timely manner, just do it quickly. In 5 years' time, I see magAssist has at least 3 products in the market, saving a lot of patients' life. And as a team, magAssisters will keep developing new technology because we live to deliver technology for life.
Our third shortlisted company is GoKwik. The e-commerce startup's AI and machine learning software aims to help direct-to-consumer brands and marketplaces increase their sales. How? Let's take a listen to co-founder and CEO Chirag Taneja.
I'm Chirag Taneja. I am co-founder and CEO of GoKwik. GoKwik is a pandemic-born company. It's still 18 months old and is in the business of democratizing shopping experience. In 2020, when pandemic hit us, that's when, at least what we were seeing, consumers started to shop directly from these D2C websites, brand websites. And what became clearer was that this industry is going to expand, consumers are going to shop on different websites. However, the experience was not the same, whether it is finding the product, selection, checkouts, returns, refunds, etc. That's what we solve for largely. We solve for all of these problems, largely via tech, data science, heavy lifting. In the last 18 months, we lived up to our name in terms of being really quick and growing really fast. We process today more than $1 billion of GMV. We have enabled more than 500 merchants realize or provide better experiences or similar experiences to what Amazon would do. And have touched 80 million shoppers in India, which is like 1 in 2 shoppers in the country. And have built the team also in a remote way. We are 150 people plus working out of 47 cities in India. From a funding point of view, GoKwik in total has raised close to $56 million till date. We've seen participation from some of the top tier VCs in India, which is Sequoia, Matrix Partners. And the most recent round was of $35 million, which was led by Think Investments and RTP Global. Also saw participation from Matrix as well as Sequoia. We aim to become profitable in the next 24 to 36 months. The idea is to build out distribution first and then aim for profitability. We are a very verticalized e-commerce play. Right from the team we have built is very heavy on e-commerce experience to all the stuff we do is around e-commerce. So that's our play arena. Adding on to that, we are a very data-heavy company wherein we believe that whatever products we built out are data in experience or products. And our business is a clear network effect business, wherein first movers typically get a lot of network data, which helps in solving some of these problems. So that's what sets us apart. I'm a third-time founder, and for me, it was important that we build out distribution over product. As it is said that second-time founders or multi-time founders build distribution, first-time founders build product. So we build out distribution first, and also building out a great, fantastic team which can lead it from a product market fit point of view. We believe that this is going to be a $1 trillion shopping experience opportunity across breakout nations in e-commerce. That is across LATAM, SEA, GCC, as well as India and Southeast Asia. We would want to solve all of these shopping experience problems across all of these regions in the next 5 years.
Our last finalist for today is Homage. The startup's healthcare services platform caters to adults and the elderly, connecting households with licensed caregivers, nurses, therapists, and physicians. Here's founder and CEO Gillian T to explain the mission.
I'm Gillian T, co-founder and CEO of Homage. Homage is a care platform that combines technology with curated carers to deliver care wherever someone is. The majority of who we deliver care to are the elderly and seniors living with chronic illness and disabilities. And we're really excited and proud to be able to help them where they most need it. I just moved home from the US to Singapore, and that was the time where my close family members, as well as my close friends, were looking for carers, to in their care journey to support those their loved ones who are living with chronic illness. And that's where we saw that there was a gap. There was a real need for a platform that combined technology with the right carers to deliver the best suited care for each individual on a personalized basis. So fast forward 5 years, we're now a platform with more than 15,000 care professionals and operating in 8 cities. And we have a team of more than 300 homages just looking at building our solution. Since our start, we've raised more than 60 million Singapore dollars in venture funding, and we're looking at further financing to accelerate our growth and expansion. Some of our investors include Shears Healthcare, which is a wholly owned enterprise by Temasek, as well as Jungle Ventures and East Ventures. We have business units that are profitable, but as a whole, we're still currently investing in growth and have a clear path of profitability within the next 2 years. Currently, we're the only platform that combines personalized care planning with care matching and service delivery, powered by digital payments, and of course, integrating with funders like hospitals and government providers through an enterprise platform. So that service delivery integration with logistics and infrastructure, combined with the largest pool of carers, it's why we are a category leader in the long-term care space. I think one of the biggest lessons learned throughout my entrepreneurial journey is just that timing and the mindset is everything. So in terms of timing, it's just how do you enable your team to make the best decisions and the critical decisions on a daily basis, and empowering them to be able to make those calls, at scale over time. Startups are hard, and every day you're going through multiple peaks and troughs. And so I think it's about just having that resilience and that grit to overcome the challenges that come at you. In 5 years' time, I believe that we can be the platform with the largest pool of curated carers in Asia Pacific, and operating in at least 10 more cities and countries. We believe that we will continue to meet the needs of the fast aging population with the rise of chronic illness, and be able to really consolidate the most vibrant, motivated, and caring pool of individuals and a new generation of carers, and continue to do well by doing good.
And there we have it, 4 amazing startups, all doing incredible things. With me to announce the result of the FedEx Small Business Grant Contest is Nick Swift, Vice President of Sales for North Pacific, Southeast Asia, and Australasia of FedEx Express. Nick is also one of the judges for this year's FedEx Small Business Grant Contest. Welcome, Nick.
Hi, everyone, and thank you, Rana. It's a pleasure for the second year running to be involved in the judging of this contest and to witness how small companies and startups are really bringing their business vision to life.
Now, Nick, as one of the judges on the panel, can you share with us why these 4 companies were shortlisted for the FedEx Small Business Grant Contest?
Yes, as judges, we looked at a number of factors, such as the company's business idea and model, the investors behind them, whether they are a leader in their industry or a potential leader industry, the revenue growth, their customer growth, and many more.
And what will the winner of the FedEx Small Business Grant Contest receive?
Yes, the winner of the FedEx Small Business Grant Contest will receive a cash prize of $30,000 from FedEx Express. The other 3 companies will also receive a special mention plus a cash prize of $13,000.
Well, it's now time to announce the results. Nick, will you do us the honors and reveal who is the winner of this year's FedEx Small Business Grant Contest?
Yes, but before the winner, first and foremost, I would like to congratulate the 4 finalists again. Kargo Technologies, GoKwik, magAssist, and Homage. But the winner and the company that really caught our attention and the winner of this year's FedEx Small Business Grant Contest is GoKwik.
Congratulations to GoKwik, the winner of this year's FedEx Small Business Grant Contest. Nick, would you like to add on and say a few more words?
Yes, all 4 companies really do have the potential to be game changers in their respective fields. From AI-powered e-commerce companies to a maker of artificial hearts, to a supply chain technology company, and to a digital platform for caregivers, nurses, and doctors. These companies have identified opportunities in the market. We hope that winning the contest and the cash grants will encourage and motivate these companies in pursuing their vision. We will certainly be following their progress with keen interest.
Well, thank you, Nick, for joining us today.
My pleasure, Rana, and thank you, everyone.
Well, we've come to the end of the webinar. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today. Once again, I would like to extend our appreciation to FedEx Express, who is the sponsor of the 100 to Watch list and this webinar. To all the companies who made the 100 to Watch list this year, congratulations once again. This concludes the Forbes Asia 100 to Watch webinar. Thank you for your participation, and we look forward to seeing everyone at our next event. Goodbye for now.